lot of RVs have tank heat pads like these. They're essentially stick-on pads that go on the bottom of your holding tanks, like your gray tank, fresh tank, black tank, to keep them from freezing in somewhat freezing temperatures. They won't stop you in sub-zero temperatures, but they do help. Now, the problem with these, as a lot of you guys know that have them, is they like to fall off. They're just stuck to the tank. They're often not prepped. They're just slapped on there, and eventually they just fall off, especially as soon as some wind grabs them, they're gone. I've replaced more of these than I can count. So I'm going to tell you, when I'm reinstalling these, what I do to help prevent that from happening again. The first one is, one, clean the surface really well. Using a adhesion promoter also helps to help the pad stick. The second one is the same thing I use for a Turnabond, which is like an ink roller, and I will actually roll this on here and make sure that it is adhered properly and stuffed there as best as it possibly can. Then the last one is a little different. I apologize for the swinging there. My phone is attached to the mud flap of the coach. Is I will actually take some sealant and go around the edges of it and prevent the seals, or the sides of it, from pulling up and eventually grabbing wind and pulling away. Now, on this one, I'm using black Sikaflex. Really, it's not too picky. You're using it more an adhesive than anything down here. So you could use some kind of glue around the edge, but I prefer to use an adhesive sealant to go around the edges of it and just try and prevent anything from coming off the edge and it coming off once again. So if you have heat pads and you have to replace them, or you've ripped them off and don't want to replace them, and maybe you down the road decide to, definitely try and use these tips. Clean the area really well, really press this thing on using a roller or something like that, and then seal around the edge, and hopefully it will actually stay on this time.